All right, welcome back to another budget conscious video. I'm here with my good buddy Anthony Harrison here. We are going to compare the presidential microphone for America, the SM57, the go-to mic for everything. If you can only afford one microphone, buy this one. It's
Absolutely.
only 99 bucks. You get them used for, and you got your 75 bucks used.
Yeah, I got my beat up one for $75.
I know a guy who threw one of these off a 2-story building on accident and it still worked. They're amazing. And we are going to put that against the Pyle Pro for $11.57 on the interwebs. And we are going to shoot these out. We're going to put this on the snare drum. We are going to put this on an electric guitar cab. And we are going to attempt to do a vocal take with both of these as well.
I mean, that's what they were made for.
That's what they're made for.
Surprisingly enough.
We are going to see if they hold up. I got this Pyle for the purpose of the video because $11 was not allowed to spend. And if you're a very budget conscious human being for your home studio, we want to see, will this be good enough for your music? So let's do it. Okay, so we took a look at the the Pyle Pro in 2 scenarios. We did a snare drum. The snare drum is a Yamaha stage custom steel snare, and the amp is a Frontman 25R. For the guitar test, we put the mics equidistant on either side of the cone and did the exact same take. For the snare, we put them right next to each other and did the exact same take. Let's take a listen to what we got. We're going to start with the snare, and we're going to start with the Pyle Pro. And there are a few like weird things that I did, just kind of like odd rim shots that didn't really get picked up quite. But we're just going to start in this section and we'll be able to get the difference here. So here we go. Sounds okay.
Sounds like a 57.
That's pretty close. That's pretty dang close. I mean, for $11, that's a great snare sound right there. Now let's listen to our trusty SM57. Okay, what are your thoughts, Mr. Harrison?
So you'll be able to see here that the output of the Pyle is significantly higher than the 57, but it's just like this paradox, right? Where higher output doesn't necessarily mean a better sound.
Right.
You see it across music. You see it in guitar pickups, for example. Like, and the 57 just, it has that je ne sais quoi, I think. And what the je ne sais quoi is body.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, being a drummer, I feel like this the Pyle kind of made my snare drum sound like a toy snare drum, and the SM57 made it sound like a Yamaha stage custom steel snare. So, yeah, it has like the body of it. And I think that if you went in with some EQ and maybe boosted the body of the Pyle, you might be able to get them to sound close. So if you're on a tight budget, I mean, this might be an option for you. We're going to test next how it did on guitar, because I think snare did, I hate to admit it, did a decent job. I'm actually kind of surprised. Let's listen to the Pyle first, and we'll decide if it's a pile of crap. Ha! Ha! Bad joke.
Jesus
I'm going to cut that one out.
Don't. You have to live with that shame.
All right. We'll decide if it's a pile of gold or a pile of crap. Here we go.
I mean, that's a guitar sound.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by the low end it picked up.
Yeah. Pretty good. I would say another like decent budget option. Let's see what the same thing sounds like with the 57. I'm guessing better. Are you guessing better?
I'm going to venture that it's better.
All right. Industry standard guitar amp mic right here. It sounds pretty like the real thing there.
It's just the sound. Yeah. It's just...
I think it's the same scenario. It's just that the Pyle doesn't have like the body. And again, if you are pretty clever with EQ, you might be able to get in there with the Pyle Pro and like boost some of those low mids and maybe make it sound similar.
I feel like it was and granted, I am not a drummer, but I like hearing the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's something where like when I switched over to the treble pickup, like with the Pyle, it sounded like really spiky a little bit, but
Yeah.
that was not the issue with the SM57, which is funny because when I was listening to the snare samples, it was just like, well, the SM57 has more kind of the teeth of the snare and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it just, again, it's a je ne sais quoi. Like, it just picks up what you want it
Yeah.
to.
And what you want in a microphone at the end of the day is you want the microphone to sound exactly like the instrument that you're putting into the microphone. I'd say that, you know, that's pretty good. We're going to do one more test. And we're going to sing something. He is going to sing something into the SM57 and the Pyle, and we're just going to see how that differs. All right, back at you.
I'll always be your back burner boy. I'll always be your back burner boy.
All right, we did our vocals. We did our vocal take, and yeah, let's take a listen. Now, there's no EQ, nothing. This is raw sound. We're going to listen first to the Pyle.
I'll always be your back burner boy. I mean,
Pretty good.
it can be used as a vocal mic.
It can. Let's check out the SM57.
I'll always be your back burner boy. That is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty similar. I think that, again, the SM57, it's a body issue.
It's on vocals specifically, it just sounds a little richer.
Yeah, and the Pyle one has a little bit of like graininess in the voice. It picks up a lot of that bad like 4K stuff that you'd want to scoop out. But again, I think if you are an EQ wizard,
Like you are.
Yeah, I think if you were an EQ wizard, you could make the Pyle Pro sound pretty pretty good.
I mean, again, for $11, what was it?
Yeah, $11.57.
That is remarkable.
That was with tax.
I mean, it just goes to show that we're kind of living in a golden era of mass production of musical equipment.
Yeah. And you can, like, if you are really on a budget and you wanted to pick up, let's say you picked up 4 of them, and I mean, I don't know if I'd use those for overheads, the Pyle, just because.
That'll be the next video.
Yeah, they're so tinny. All right, well, thanks for joining us. I'm going to put a video here for the last video we did, which was the comparison of the K47 versus the Lewitt 04 or match for drum overheads. So check that out if you have it. And if you like this type of content and you want to see more home studio information so you can start making music at home, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll have tons of this content coming out in 2022, and you'll learn everything, how to do it on a budget or with some cash. So thank you. Bye.